What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver, and whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Sup, it's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. No, it ain't. All right, let me bring my girls on here, okay? What's up, Gina?
What's up?
We chilling, we all right. Miss Doubtfire, Marcella, what's going on?
Hi, everyone. Hi.
You got that name now. Look,
That's okay.
We did relationships yesterday. There's two things I want to do real quick on this relationship thing, okay? Damn it. I forgot what it was. The first one.
That's old age.
The first one is this, and Bree Barnett had put something out there, and I want to recognize what she put out there. She said, well, her post said, is it wrong for there to be an age difference in a relationship? You know, a huge age difference. How did it go? I'm gonna find it, but mull that over for a second. I mean, if there's a huge age difference, is that cool?
You know what? It makes a difference if the age difference is the woman being older or the man being older. It's not frowned upon when the woman is older than the guy, but when the man is older than the woman, they feel like it's not a good thing. Don't ask me why, but
right. But it says this is the question: does a big age difference matter in relationships? That's how the question went.
For me, I think if the woman is much younger, like in her 20s, and then the guy is like going in his 40s and 50s, I think that's a little different.
Why?
Because just to either or, that big of an age difference when someone's in their 20s, they're still, like, to me, I don't want to say kids, but they haven't lived life. A lot of them are still, not as mature as someone in their 40s and 50s. And a lot of times that's like,
can you say it in your voice?
A lot of times that's more like being, like a mother-father figure versus actually a significant other.
Okay, cool.
That's just my opinion.
What's going on, people? Sorry I'm late.
Hey there, Moby.
You ain't late. Okay, everybody say what's up, Kevin.
What's up?
What's up? How you doing?
All right, good. I don't know about that. I mean, I had a friend that he was 47. He had a girlfriend that was like 26, and they got married.
It worked, right?
Okay,
it worked for him. He worked.
Are they still married?
Yeah, in Texas.
I think it's the maturity of the younger person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And 26 is close to 30. It's not as closer to like 20, 21 or something like
21,
that.
22. I think it's the maturity of that person. If that 21 or 22-year-old person has a job, has their own place, taking care of themselves, okay?
I mean she had her own stuff before they met. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bree says it depends on what the life experience is. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It does, because if you got a 50-year-old with a 20-year-old, I mean, what y'all gonna talk about? She gonna talk about TikTok.
She gonna talk about TikTok,
about MySpace.
Being at the club, hanging out.
And that money. If you got $2 to rub together, she won't want them.
Yeah, he's 50. He's not.
And
He
he's gonna
doesn't
be
want to
trying to
talk.
get the honey.
He gonna try. He gonna pay for
He's
the
gonna be
honey.
getting the honey.
Okay, but
He
if
gonna
both
pay for it.
if both parties are cool with it,
Happy
Yeah,
is
but I
happy.
mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
still but
That's
I
what.
mean,
If that would turn you and float your boat.
think about the guy and the girl,
Your
the young
friend.
lady that you keep posting.
But she was
It
still a
one
teen. She was straight 18, right? She was
and that was
18, I
his
think.
daughter.
18, 20 is there a big difference between 18 and 20?
And that was his stepdaughter. And see, I have a granddaughter 18, and I would be livid.
So look, let me play this real quick. Then we'll get to these the spoken word. Right, I wanted to play this yesterday. It's called "You Need to Heal." This is by our guy, but I think it's important to listen to the words that he's saying. All right, here we go.
And so everything I did in life was it's not good enough. And it created this mindset of I had to have everything perfect. And then one day I said, let me pray about this. I prayed, and this was just last year. And I remember hearing God clearly say to me, there is no perfection, only purpose. So when you start to think it has to be this way and that way, no, stop. There is no perfection, only purpose. But I want to start with that story because if you notice, I said there was something that happened in my childhood that shaped my mindset. And now it had an impact, not just on me in my entrepreneurial career, but in my relationships. Because if it was never good enough, I didn't want to be in a relationship. I kept pushing it away. I kept finding ways to run away from it and put walls up. And many of you in here right now, you have walls up. You are guarded. You've been hurt. You've been let down. And I get it. But guess what? The same walls you have up to protect you are the same walls blocking your blessings. You cannot love and receive love when you are walking in fear every day, trying to stop yourself from being hurt. You have to understand that hurt is inevitable. And the minute that we can allow ourselves to be vulnerable and open to love, now we can receive an abundance of it and we can give it. So the first thing I really want to talk to you guys about today is healing. You have to heal if you want to have successful relationships. The reality is that the majority of this world has been broken at some point, has been damaged, but we sweep it under the rug. We find ways to move past it on the surface, but we don't resolve these issues deep from within. And this is a problem because when you are not healed, you will have a hard time being in the right relationship, and you will increase your ability to be in the wrong ones. You will entertain more toxic relationships, family, friends, kids, siblings, you name it. You will not be able to pull yourself out of that when you are holding on to things from your past. Now, many people ask me, how do you heal? How do we heal? So I want to start you on that path today. Now, I brought a book today. It wasn't in the bookstore earlier, but it's a book called Love After Heartbreak, and it breaks down the steps to healing. But I want to give you a step that all you can start with today or tomorrow, sometime soon, to get this ball rolling. When you get a chance, when you go home, get a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, write down, who hurt me? And then ask yourself the question, who hurt me? And every person who comes to mind, put them on that paper. It doesn't matter if you think it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you think it happened so long ago. It doesn't matter if you think you moved past it. If they come to mind when you ask yourself that question, they are relevant. And there is something there that has to be resolved. Because the reality is that you do not heal by suppressing, you heal by releasing. And many of us have never truly released it from our system. What you need is an emotional detox. Because guess what? All this great stuff that we're talking about today, which has been amazing and wonderful, but it's like you're trying to pile a bunch of good stuff on a horrible, messy foundation.
Facts.
Facts.
Should have played that yesterday. But that was all facts. Anybody got anything to say about it before we move on?
No, I think he said it all, pretty much.
Yeah, right.
He said it all.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you, Stephen Speaks. Let's get to it, y'all. So we got a lot of videos. I don't know who's coming on. I don't know if anybody's coming on. I'm cool with it, all right, because I got a plan. But I'm not forcing anybody to do anything that they don't want to do. That's not what we do here at DopelivenTV Live.
That's right.
That's not what we do. But we always got a B plan, y'all. We love you, but we got a B plan. All right. This is called the breakup poem.
Ooh-wee. You giving them ammunition?
I'm giving them ammunition, dog. Let me
Ooh-wee.
let me start this off with that.
This
Now,
would be good.
This is the man's point of view, and then after this, I'm gonna show you the lady's point of view. Okay, it's called the breakup poem. All right, here we go.
There was a dim street light that shivered in a naked parking lot. Under the honesty of midnight and the deception of storm clouds, two drunken tongues argued ourselves sober. As irony made the air so thin and tragedy made breathing so bitter, we came to the ironic and tragic conclusion that being in love is not a good reason for two people to stay together. Irony. We had sex in this parking lot like a bunch of times, right? When the mattress was too fragile for our inhibitions, why love so hard on something so soft? We're exhibitionists because some things are better received in public places. Tragedy. So here we are. Irony. We speak to each other so aggressively, but communicate like pallbearers. Tragedy. We laugh like opening caskets and smile like slit throats. Irony. Well, horror story love is afraid of a happy ending. Irony. Every apocalypse, every argument then is like the apocalypse now. Tragedy. There is no tomorrow. Irony. We knew this yesterday. Tragedy. Your heart beats Antigone, and I can't be your Sophocles. If I could rewrite this, I would, but I can't, so we're here. In this concrete cemetery, approaching the afterlife of our relationship. In every scary movie I've ever seen, tortured spirits don't cross over. So let's walk away before we end up haunting each other for the rest of our lives. Let's stop being the Walking Dead and confirm that we're the X-Files. Mouths numb from yelling, fingers cramped from pointing, uncomfortable silence. Is the sound of a glass house breaking, and it ended with a kiss. A reluctant smile and a mutual understanding that this has been torn apart and put together so many times the lines don't match, our eyes don't match, don't sync, we've sunk to the lowest level of resentment with truthful lips. Irony, you should never let a fool kiss you and never let a kiss fool you. Tragedy, I'll probably be kissing women with 30 pieces of silver beneath my tongue when I leave you. Irony, the most successful liars are the most honest people you'll ever meet. Tragedy, the most successful liars are the most honest people you'll ever meet. Irony, we're only honest with each other when it comes to dishonesty. Tragedy, peace with you was worth the war. And I've given you pieces of me that I've never given myself. They say, in order to rebuild, you must first destroy. So maybe if we broke down, we wouldn't be breaking up. Under the shivering streetlight, in this naked parking lot. Irony, I'm just now realizing that I'm going to be in love with you for the rest of my life. Tragedy, you're not going to be around to know it.
Hey.
All right.
He gonna kill her.
No. You know what she said? So are we gonna sleep together or what?
In the parking lot now. In the parking lot.
We've been there, done this now. You got some rhymes now. Let's just go ahead and get this over with. You don't want to break up.
The mattress is too soft. So if I can't have nobody else, man.
Ooh.
That was kind of scary. I could see in his eyes he was getting ready to go there. Okay,
yeah,
bro, moisten your brain. You got to moisten.
He backed up a couple of times.
Kid Joseph said, "Yep." Dude, kill somebody, man. Kill somebody. Let's go to the lady though. The ladies version. All right. This is Kyla.
Her answer.
Kyla Janae Lacey. Y'all check it out.
Good evening. How y'all doing? Hello. Gotta make sure this is good. This is the breakup. And now the only makeup is verifiable watermarks smeared across my face. Laugh lines catch broken foundation as a symbolic end to our once jubilation-filled interactions. Now we've entered actions of contempt. Sound nights missed, but I'm pissed, so you should be too. 76 phone calls and 83 text messages won't explain all I have to say. The middle of I miss you replaced with 4-letter oscillating words of misuse, because how can you hate the thing you love so much? This is the breakup, where mess-ups become permanent blunders. The mind wonders if your good actions were pure, then your bad ones must be too. And now that we don't speak, I resign myself to the notion that I will probably never hear the truth, but I'm cool. Not like in demeanor, but in temperature. Weathered storms that form cracks upon this solid heart, torn apart to form fragments of the whole person I used to be. Used to see light off in the distance, now it's like a continuous Alaskan darkness bearing straight to the core of my existence. Because see, other girls don't feel you the way that I do. So why should they get to feel you the way that I do? Because when you really love someone, you don't do them like that. If you love me to my face, then you should love me behind my back, because I always had yours. Had to open doors to previously closed emotional chambers of this heart that you left heartbroken, like not so dry levees that left me broken, a flood of emotion, causing me to have more blues than New Orleans could ever get used to. My heartbeat was the downbeat to our melody, and I beat down anybody who had the audacity to try to sing in our key, but our emotional clashes made the screeching sound like from twisted metal in airplane crashes. I guess that's the day the music died. And so did you and I. Any attempts to clear remnants of your presence are now futile. I can't delete your number if I know it by heart. That's 10 digits, which is 8 fingers, 2 thumbs, all doing their part to diminish my existence when I dial your number, and you might answer just to say, who is this? Broken heart disease manifested itself in my chest, pneumonia-like compression, the stress of hopelessness literally leaving breathless. Because if you ever really cared about me, you would have let me go long ago before you ruined me completely for the next man who might actually have the courage to love me in return, because I cannot return to you. Because our bridges have burned like hot tears spurned by cold emotions, digging my shallow nail beds deeply into my skin, trying in vain to literally pull myself away from you. I hope we were more than just art for each other. Or maybe we were just karma for each other. You were my repayment and I was yours. Maybe you were too good for someone and I was the whore, because we are always perfect at the wrong time and imperfect at the right one, so I just move forward instead of moving on. Mornings come about as easily as restless nights when I wake up to realize that this is finally the breakup. Thank you.
Wow. This the breakup night.
What
happened? Can we get some space? What happened to that?
I don't know. Hey Mo, you gonna, when you break up, you gonna make a spoken word poem with your wife?
Man, don't.
He ain't breaking up.
What
He
you
said, don't
talking
even speak
about?
that. He said, don't even speak that into existence.
He said, ain't gonna happen.
What are you
Ain't
talking
gonna
about?
happen.
What you, Kevin?
I'm taking it fifth.
Oh.
No, it's not happening. It's too expensive.
Too expensive.
He said it's too expensive.
So your peace of mind is too expensive?
It's too expensive.
It was one song back in the day, cheaper to keep her.
Yeah. Johnny Taylor. Yes, I was back there.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Carl Ramsey says this was the breakup Valentine's season. Was
you
it?
know what?
Was
Couple
it?
season over. Couple season over.
Don't go there. Don't
Hey,
go
we need Byron Patton on here tonight.
That man was cutting up.
Oh my gosh, he was funny.
Matter of fact,
Show
I'm gonna
Marianne
make
that she
sure-
was dying.
He
make sure
was
he gets
hilarious.
This next one is by Anita D.
She need a what?
She need.
Okay.
Good
we
one.
are not going to be regular
Good one,
today.
Maurice.
Okay, Dope Living
Good one.
family, we're not going to be regular today. This is not the regular night. Look at Greg's face.
Greg said
he can't
right
get
on.
it.
He like,
trying to
oh,
hold
man,
it in. It's okay.
Big time.
Woosah. Woosah, Greg. Woosah.
Hey, I almost said something.
No.
Wow.
I remember what we was talking about last night. I almost
Woosah.
said something.
Okay. So this is Anita D, correct?
You do?
She need a what?
This is Anita.
Oh, Anita.
D.
Okay.
I said Anita. D.
She need a what?
Brenda Lapkin says, "Hey everybody."
Brenda, you might not want to be here today. They're cutting up.
Joseph says, when it comes to relationships, he's torn apart. It's all a waste of time for. He's fallen in love with himself. Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey, when you and you know what, I could feel that because when you're doing this business, any type of business, man, it's rough on relationships. Period.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And if you ain't got yourself, you ain't got nobody. Okay. We said women can be too complex and they can be treacherous. Absolutely, bro.
But you know, he said something really good when he said he fell in love with himself.
Mm-hmm.
You need to love yourself before you can go out to
get into a
be a
relationship.
part of any type of relationship, because then you have all that baggage. If you're still broken, you're bringing in the baggage, the brokenness and all that to a new relationship. And that's not fair to the other person. So you need to love yourself first.
Absolutely. If you've been in a situation where somebody has tried to break you down at every moment, you've been in that situation, you're going to be weak. Okay. But you know what? The strength that you hold, the strength that you carry with yourself, man, is that love. All right. Of yourself. You carry because you're saying that you're not going to let whatever happened to you break you down, bust you up, let you fail. And I'm telling you, I know people like that, man, that will go through everything, and we mix in the relationship with the spoken word, y'all.
That's
go
okay.
And,
we do what we want to do
and
here.
Still shine, man. I'm telling you, hey, y'all, you know who I'm talking about. You go through stuff and you shine. Okay, I love you for that, and I appreciate you. You are strength to me, and strength to a lot of other people. So keep doing what you're doing. All right.
Who?
Yeah. Carl says Brenda B is an OG from my hood. Much love, Brenda.
OG.
Hey, Carl Ramsey, we hooking people up.
Okay, now look.
Original Gary.
We hooking people up. All right, it's too much men don't understand women, and women don't understand men. And that's the thing. A conversation.
You don't try to understand at all.
I was going to say, don't try.
You try to understand, you go crazy.
Right.
You stay present and deal with what's in front of you.
That's right.
Right.
One woman is different from the next one, and one man is different from the next one. So even if you learn this woman or you learn that man,
even if you learn a little bit,
you don't want to know what my father said about that. You don't want to even know.
I know what my daddy told me about it. You go crazy. That's exactly what I just said.
What your daddy say?
Ladies, I will apologize for what I'm about to say.
Don't say it. Don't say it, damn. Don't even let it come out your mouth. What are we talking about next?
All right,
say it.
I'll say it privately.
This is the relationship spoken word hour. Okay.
This the breakup session though. The breakup.
No, we don't want. Well, I'm not with anyone, so I don't mind. Look.
Did I play Anita D?
Not yet. No.
She needed what?
You didn't play She Needed D.
You needed Marcella?
No habla inglés.
Marcella, introduce this.
Introduce what?
Introduce this next.
I don't know what you're getting ready to play.
I just told you.
Anita D.
She said it. That's all he wanted me to do was he just wanted me to say I need one. I don't need one. If I wanted one, I can get one.
Oh, why stop at
make
one?
A phone call. I can
why
just make
stop
a
at
phone
one,
call.
Marcella?
He said, why stop at one?
Why stop at one? If you need A, get several. Have a good time.
Can we hear
Carl says when it's not working, throw it back off quick and go fishing again. Oh, Byron here, y'all. No, he's not there.
Junior.
Let's go to Anita. Period. D.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
And the psych ward says, there is no need to worry. This asylum was built to help you. And just like the straps on the stretcher that you rolled in on, we are going to keep you safe and secured. Notice the locked doors and all the cameras perched in the corners like hawks. We will be watching, but this is all for you and your well-being. You are sick, anxious, depressed, a danger to yourself. The state told us to hold you for 72 hours, but if you sign this paper, we can pretend your stay here this weekend is voluntary. Friday morning, you will be woken up by strangers in white coats and clipboards. You will be asked again and again and again about why and how you want to kill yourself. Be honest. Remember, you are only here for 3 days, so take advantage of the 5 to 10 minutes you have with the doctors. But understand, he has a list of patients as long as his pay stubs. So you won't be receiving any actual therapy sessions while you're here, but we will recommend them as treatment for after we let you out. Until then, we want you to be comfortable, so sit back, enjoy the plastic furniture and coloring books. We have old radios with no antenna, but the static is still loud enough to drown out the sound of the woman screaming in 2B. That's just Cindy. She just does that sometimes. Well, she didn't always, but she does now, and until we can find the right medication, we are going to keep helping her, just like we want to keep helping you if only you'd let us. It's Friday morning, and you haven't even tried the meds yet. You're still lying to us about holding the knife to arm like your parents haven't already told us everything. Just be honest and let us help you. Did I mention that the state only recognizes the existence of psychiatric patients Monday through Friday? Meaning the past 48 hours you've spent here didn't even count, meaning we still have time for a breakthrough or a breakdown. This is a good thing. This means we still have time to help you. And I can see that you're getting upset, but do not walk away from me with tears streaming and knuckles buried in palms. That type of body language is aggressive, and we might have to do something about that. A sedative, maybe diazepam. Perhaps I don't think being alone is best for you right now. Maybe you should spend time with the other patients. Get to know how they got here. Listen to them when they tell you got lucky getting placed in this psych ward. We are one of the good ones, and we want you to stay here. We figure if we keep you long enough, maybe you'll eventually start to fit in, or maybe if we keep you locked up, you'll eventually start to act out, and we will be right here waiting to prescribe you something to label you with the diagnosis. We didn't cause your social anxiety. We only heightened what was already there. We just want to see you reach your full potential as a patient. We told you this asylum was built to help you.
What the hell?
Right.
That's scary.
She need more than a whatever, you know. She
You know
needs
what?
something else. Need some drugs.
And you know, that's really
on her stomach.
That's really scary if that's something that's happening in psychiatric wards, you know, and if you have a family member or a friend or something. And you know, that right there was real crazy.
Yeah,
that's how, you know, they just drugging you to drug you, and
I
like,
was thinking the same thing,
we're
Keith.
gonna make you worse than what you are, you know, and we're not gonna really give you therapy
but
to try to help you. We're just gonna drug you.
Crazy.
See,
that right there is real.
I didn't get all that. I just saw crazy on the stage.
Well, I saw the way she was.
You just leave town. Don't call. Don't text. Don't leave. Forward your mail. You just leave town. You don't break up with her in person.
And see, Kenneth Joseph, he's we're like this. To me, she was saying what happens in that in those facilities. Now, the way she was portraying and delivering it, she did look like she had some mental issues.
Looked like
But
she was
I
a
took
patient.
it as she was a patient. You know, she was saying, what is that? People from that I took it as she's saying what happens to actual patients that are in there, and she could have been a patient with a mental illness, and she's just, this is her truth of what happened to her. There was no help. You're giving me drugs on top of drugs, and then that's making it worse. Like the part where she said, well, who was that, Cindy in 2B?
Yeah.
She wasn't like that when she came in here.
Yeah, and she
And
said
maybe we
that
need to give her some more drugs.
Yeah, she said she was only supposed to be in there for the weekend, but she's talked about being there on Monday.
Yeah. If you voluntarily said that
she wasn't like that when she came in, but now she's, you know, screaming and all of that
manic
going on.
And initially, you're not going to take it that you're going to look and see like what's wrong with her. But as you listen, and he's right, she got into character. You know,
yeah, testimony, like you
she got
said.
into character. I give her that.
She was definitely in character.
She was in character. She did a good job.
And it seemed like she was like Kenneth Joseph just said, that she was giving her testimony of something that actually transpired in her life. And that's scary if that's what's going on.
Like you said, it's it happens. This is something that's real, and I think everybody that we're they're expressing themselves. They're expressing what their reality is, or someone else's reality, and we got to take it for what it is.
Yep, but that was a scary spoken word. on all that it is possibly her reality, and then how she delivered it was scary.
Truth can be scary, though. I think she wanted to make an impact, so you would listen and get on the edge of your seat and pay attention, and she did just that.
She did that. Carl says it's not totally true. The hospitals these days are do nothing. They allow people to sign themselves out. That's why we have such a homeless problem. These people need real help. Ken says it all starts when you call someone and you tell them that you want to commit suicide, and when they ask you, he's got something else to say.
When they okay, I can finish because I know about that from a family member. But when they ask you, do you feel that you might hurt yourself or hurt someone else? Then that's when that's 72. If the police come or whatever, then it's a 72-hour hold. If it they think you're going to hurt yourself or someone else.
Okay. All right. Ken agrees with you. Yeah.
So they only hold you for 72 hours just to.
That's if
they release you.
If
Marcella's,
it depends.
Once celebrity,
once you get in there, the thing is, if you're over 21 years old, you have the say of whether you want to go or not. But if the words are said that you feel that you will hurt yourself or someone else, then police can get a 72-hour hold court order where they have to hold you for 72 hours. Weekends normally don't count. And then during that time, you get therapy. If they think it's okay for you to be able to leave and maybe you're going to take meds or something of that nature, then you can be released. But if they find that there really is something really mentally wrong with you, then they can, I believe there's some other kind of orders that can keep you in there much longer. But now the way things are going with the COVID and understaffed, COVID, crowded and all that things of that nature, they're allowing some people
to go free.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Watch what you say to him. He says, during that time, that's when the terrible process begins. But the fact is that the people don't really get help unless you have the money to pay for treatments.
And that's fairly true. And like he said that's why we have a lot of homeless. I used to feed the homeless in Lower Wacker Drive in Chicago, and the majority of them had mental illnesses because they've fallen through the cracks. They have family members who don't really want to deal with the mental illness. And in our community, that's something that we don't really talk about is mental illness, because back in the day, it was like, oh, you're just crazy, or that's just how this person is. And, you would ignore them. But nowadays they go out there because there's no one there who really cares to follow through and to make sure that you get the help that you need.
Absolutely.
Okay, work through this. I've worked with this kind of thing. So that's
all good.
That's why I know a lot.
Let's move on.
Not a lot, but some.
This one is called A Lesson on Love. All right, y'all check this out.
Every time I hear the word love, my brain automatically defaults to roses. Old couples. My beautiful fiance whom I'm soon to marry. Fat drooling babies that salivate at the sight of their fists. Because I love kids and night skies and stars that sparkle over the sparks that fly like the 4th of July from innocent teenage chemistry. February 15th. Because the 14th is just capitalism, and since love is patient, one should be able to wait until the next day when all the Valentine's gifts go on sale. Okay, that may be a bit much, but usually when I ponder love, my mind instantly computes the happy, blissful euphoria produced by oxytocin. And maybe that's just a way of me disengaging from the hurtful, heartfelt reality that sometimes love hurts. Like harsh words impaling through your soul as invisible Excaliburs of vernacular that can't be removed. Sticks and stones worded to break your spirit. It hurts like love reciprocating hatred, rejection, envy, pride, abandonment, and abuse, which oftentimes may produce fear, which may shed light on the dark truth of why we hurt those who love us and hate those who hurt us. So initially, it's more to love. And we can infer that it's more than happiness. So here's a penny for your thoughts, and I hope this makes sense. Since love can't be bought, it's definitely not money, because there's no fruit that can be produced from the love of it, the root to all evil. But it has to be more than that leftover dusty ashtray change we give to homeless people for our convenience. Because subconsciously, most fear inhabiting the house of poverty, which is why most are so busy grinding their fingers to the bone, climbing the ladder of success only to reach the bottom of the totem pole of this Rumpelstiltskin wolf ticket we call the American dream. So obviously, it is more than our selfish and deceitfully wicked hearts that offer heartache and desire immeasurable things that flood us as it beats the life out of someone. See, that's what our hearts do. They destroy. Like in Genesis, God gave Adam and Eve the world. Yet Satan used their flesh to give him reasons to give us hell. And even in that instance, he gave his son, Jesus. A man undesirable in appearance, yet Lord of all in servant form, one who knew no sin, and before he would introduce himself, his pores cried crimson tears of distress. He sweated blood to resist temptation because he knew his blood would be shed on that cross, yet he still willed that his Father's will be done. Could you imagine how he broke bread with betrayal? This is my body broken, take ye eat. This is my blood, take ye drink. And as long as you do this, do in remembrance of me. And this, before that kiss of death that led him down the road to his demise, beaten, bearing the burden of the cross to be crucified, 2 nails in his hands, 1 in his feet. It is finished, sky black, death face defeat. 1, 2, 3. He ain't down for the count because he rose. He rose, eyebrows of questions as the stone of his tomb was removed, only to find scraps of linen. He rose like a tidal wave of grace, beating at the shores of our hearts to wash away our sins. He rose like a beautiful springtime flower pollinated by honeybees. So wake up and smell the roses of our hero, because he rose. He rose for salvation of those who shall repent and believe. And that is love. Grace and peace.
All right.
Ooh,
That way.
He twisted that one, boy.
That is love, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Ken says some of these poets like to connect with the twists and turns of how it sounds. You have to tell the story and touch the masses with what you're saying. I wish he shut the hell up. It's how this poem made me feel.
No.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
So he like the crazy lady.
Sound like it.
It was Kazi V. Grisby. He said Kenneth Joseph just talking. Put a smile behind it, though.
He is just talking, Kazi.
He said, why not? The crazy lady has some...
That's why he get on the show talking about how messed up his love life is.
I ain't mad at her. He said, no, he's like the crazy lady.
No.
The dude did twist everything, though, but it was, you know, that's their expression. That's what they do. That's how they do it. So can't knock them on that.
It was great. I loved it.
Can't knock them on that. Let's go to somebody that we do know. All right, he's been really busy. He's been trying to get his platform out there. All he had to do was hang out with us. We got you, but you got to do things on your own. It's like my son, man. It's like,
I know who this is.
And all of this
Nick
money.
Jones,
He'll be out there by you, Moby.
When?
I gotta look the date up again.
Soon enough. Let's go to Nick the Nova Jones.
Nick.
See what he has to say. All right, here we go.
These days, it's like I force myself to write. I'm lost as an orphan, just more fortunate because I know the origins of my life. But how do I become the one when there's no Morpheus in sight? In the enormous portions of potions I pour, plots of course to my mind, of course I'm a grind. You say you go ham, I go hammer, like the Norse thunder god in his prime. At times, I get nervous, but I move with more nerve than the spine, but I will rhyme these words. I'm the Shakespeare of my time. No breaks here, I will not stop. And no hater will halt my climb, even though I'm just a mime. The sound I made with this art will echo a million lines, because I'm special. That's not why I'm trying to save your life. I just noticed you special too. And I noticed you going through. In Memphis, we seem to be mourning every morning, getting in trouble daily because the city's so fucking boring. Holy, I'm talking porous. I said holy, I'm talking porous. A lot of holes in our roads, but way more holes in our soldiers. Nick Nova.
Something.
Nick just get in and get to the point. That's what he do.
He did.
I'm in there. I'm out.
He does. He does. Hey,
Yeah,
and then you waiting for more, but he's
He
done.
didn't shut it down. Yeah, like
He said, Connie's my cousin. He said another poem with no understanding.
you know what?
Kid on the roll tonight, boy.
Ken is like he tearing him up.
He
wasn't on
talking
some
about
regular
Nick.
stuff tonight.
He wasn't talking about Nick Nova. He was still talking about the other guy, another poem with no understanding.
Oh, okay.
We wait to see what he says about Nick, okay? But you know, we're doing spoken word tonight and relationships, evidently. All right here on DopelivenTV Live. You know what we do when we don't ever stick to the script. I would hate to have this cast of characters right here, and I've written a script, and I start filming, and I'm like, "What? That ain't what I wrote. Hold on, that ain't what I." Hey, Gina,
Change the whole story.
Gina, did you write anything today?
I have something, but go
Okay.
ahead and play the next one.
I'm gonna beat you today.
You gonna what?
I'm gonna beat her today.
You gonna beat
Oh,
me
you have
today? Oh,
something.
you got something, huh? Something
Maurice,
has.
do you have something?
Does it have substance? Because Ken gonna tear it up. He gonna chop you down to your
Hey,
knees.
I'm cool with Ken doing that. I'm cool with anybody.
I got spoken word with.
I'm not.
Do I love you? Do
What's that?
chickens have
He ain't said nothing.
Do I love you? Do chickens have hips? I'm sorry. Do I love you? Do snakes have hips? Do chickens have lips? Do I love you?
Hey, Ken, get him, dog.
We don't need Ken for that, but we can. I think we can get him on that one.
We can
Don't
do
let me
that.
down,
Hey,
Ken.
everybody got
Maurice.
spoken word. Come on, y'all get y'all out there. Get y'all.
Ken,
Maurice, you
Don't let me down.
tired?
I am.
Kevin, you got a poem?
No, I don't do spoken words. I don't do spoken words. I'm not even going to try to do it.
You do.
I
silent
can't follow.
words?
I can't follow Moby like that.
Yes,
I know.
that's a hard act to follow.
That is hard. Act.
Very hard. Chicken with lips.
That's a solo. He's a solo act.
That's hard to follow.
Hey, Ken, that's only hilarious because I'm sitting up here. I'm thinking I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, and I drove to Memphis today, so came back.
So Gina told me I shouldn't rhyme all the time.
But you didn't ask me if I had spoken word today.
Oh Lord, do you have spoken word today?
No,
Come on, Marcy.
but you should have still asked me.
Why would I ask
Marcy,
you?
I thought you hit. Come on, try one. You can do. If he could do chicken with lips, you can do one.
I guarantee if I
said
was to
yours
try
is good.
one, it would be his would be
Chicken with
like an
lips.
excellent, perfect spoken word compared to what I do. No, I'm not going to even embarrass myself in that manner.
Hey, we embarrass ourselves every
But I
day.
can embarrass myself, huh?
I do it all the time.
I do it all the time. Come on, Marcy, say something. Give us one bar.
Come on, roses are red. I'm gonna
No,
start
don't
you
do
off.
that, Gina. Don't do that.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire. Is
Mrs.
it Mrs. Doubtfire? No, it's Mrs. Doubtfire. Now ask me again. Ask me to make one. Look,
hey,
come
look,
on,
look,
Gina.
look,
Give me some.
I'm not
Give
in
me
there
some.
no more. She in there now. I'm
Look
not
at
in there
look
no
at
more.
Greg's face.
Oh my goodness.
You just took me smooth out on.
She was with
Well-
that chicken without the hips and without the lips.
Hey, you just took all mine out. You got that one.
Hey,
we're gonna go to Nayo Jones
Nayo.
because this shit here, man. We're gonna go to Nayo Jones. All right. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. I don't even know no more. All right. Right here.
Mom, was that good? Mom, was that good?
it was better than
You can't
Maurice.
even think.
It was,
Look,
yeah,
I,
it was better.
That's how good it was, Marcella.
I got moved up.
Move you down there with Macklemore.
that's okay. I'm down here with Kevin. Okay.
Okay, now you just lost it. You just lost it.
New kid.
There we go. Nail Jones, let's go.
I had a therapist tell me once, it was ironic how much love I gave out because I didn't give much to myself. She laughed, like self-love was a sick joke. I chuckled, then cried at home. I had someone tell me once I could not love anyone else until I learned to love myself. This time I got to laugh. This time the sick joke was mine, was me. Might as well wait forever. I remember hating myself at the age of 7. Journals filled to the brim with criticisms by 8. I had enough pages to stitch them into wings, to fly close enough to the sun to see my tears turn to steam, felt the wax burn on my shoulders and mold into thick skin. I was 9 when I wanted to die. 13 when I found a solution, figured if I could cut my legs enough, gravity would let me go. When it didn't, I tied a pillowcase around my neck, twisting like the rope swings I knew so well from childhood. Heard my heartbeat pound in my ears like a warning drum, then fade. I'd almost convinced myself I'd done it. When I started writing, I smeared my blood on every page to remind myself that everything beautiful has a consequence. I'd hoped to stall the clouding long enough to give myself to the craft and let myself go. I have died so many times. So when I told you that loving you almost makes life worth it, I was not joking. When I tell you that loving you almost makes me forget how much I hate myself, it is not poetry. Loving you is taking all the love I could never give myself and putting it to good use. It is reminding myself that if someone can love a dying thing this way, can hold the Lazarus of my body and give thanks for the way it holds back, if someone can kiss the scars, administer the pills, absorb the bad days, and wake up smiling next to me, then I can try to breathe again. Because self-love does not always come first, or second, or even ever. But your love be the guardrail on the ledge, be the drawers that hide all the sharp things, be the body that carries my collapsed frame into bed, be the flowers you bought. Because even though they are dying too, they still dance. Love will not heal me, will not wipe my slate of a body clean. I will always be a woman of wounds, of rope-marked neck and melted skin. Love will not heal me, but it will hold my hand if I ever heal myself, and maybe teach me a joke that I can stay alive long enough to laugh at. I love you enough to want to love myself too.
Ooh, she played the sympathy card.
Boy, everybody morbid tonight.
Morbid.
It's sad.
Yeah.
I want to give you another one here in a minute.
Another what?
Oh no!
You're writing.
You got him started.
Another what? Is it time for commercial break?
Yeah, I get commercial too.
Is it time for a commercial break, y'all?
Let
ahead,
Mo
Mo.
go.
Come on, Mo. Let's hear it.
Give me another. Y'all do another one. I got it.
Yes, Randy Watson. That boy is good.
That was good.
Good and bad.
That boy's good.
I'll get out.
If you real, hey man, if you real, dude, you ready right on the spot, bruh.
I'm real, but I ain't ready.
Well, you're irregular. That's what it is.
I can go.
Go ahead, Gina.
No. Hold on, Gina. Hold on. Marcella,
Yeah,
you
ready.
ready?
I don't have any. I told you in the beginning I didn't have any. I just had to
Yeah,
prove to you that I did not have any. Oh, look at Jenna. She's frozen. Did y'all see her frozen?
Because of your damn poem.
Huh?
Because of your poem.
I'm not frozen.
You were a few minutes ago. And your mouth was just wide open, just stuck there. I'm like,
Okay, Gina, I'm gonna get half of mine, and you get half of yours.
Half.
How'd that go?
I'm not gonna give half. Mine go like this.
Like this.
I can give a woman an option, and she'll pick the other path, just to divide herself like she out here doing math. Get it? Divide math. Calculating all the ways things can go bad. She don't understand happiness because she's used to being sad. I grab her by the hand and slightly stroke her on her face. I tell her I want to be her man, but to this touch, she can't relate. She's stuck in the past, but we've all made mistakes. She think all I want is some ass, but I'll work hard for the first base. Just around second base, after days on going on dates, I want to slide home, but for her, I have to wait because I'm old school, baby. I do things a different way. I've been retired my jersey. I ain't got no time for games. I love a good challenge, so I play to win. I'm trying to be your future. So my time, I present because your beauty is a present. Let me bask in your presence. I want to be your man, and I want you to be my woman. That's it. I'm done.
Oh, now that's the best one you've done.
That was precious.
That is the best one.
That's February 14th. Spoken word.
That
No, that was February 13th.
Oh.
I left her wanting and thinking that she was going to be mine, but you know, see, Ken gave me that thumbs up. Well done. Appreciate that, little brother.
It was good. I had to give it to
That
you.
one was good.
That was okay. We're gonna give you that one.
Don't give me that one.
We're gonna give you that one.
Nina.
That was good. I don't know if I can follow that.
Yo, well, you want to follow? You okay? Wait a minute.
Usually
get half of it then.
You do so bad that mine look good.
You don't have to follow that, Gina. We're gonna let you follow Maurice. All right. That way you'll look real good. Okay, go ahead, Maurice.
You ready, Mo?
Mm-mm.
You're not ready. I'll go.
He's googling a poem.
You Google it.
Mo, no.
Hey, Cyrano, can you send?
Can you hook me up?
Real quick, man. We on the show. We only got.
Yeah, you knew what I was doing. I'm sitting up here going like this. Wait a minute, hold on. Then they got this little stupid poem right here. When I was 1, I had just begun. When I was 2, I was nearly new.
You know what?
No, he got the kindergarten poem.
That's my grandbaby's poem. He wrote
Exactly. I'm
that.
sitting up here saying, what the hell?
Gina, we're gonna play one more. Another.
This evening, I unzipped my skin and carefully unscrewed my head. Exactly as I
Lord, let me
always
play. Hold
do.
on, Maurice. Lord, let me play something real quick. Let me find somebody, anybody.
When I prepare myself for bed.
Give an
Oh,
old
Lord,
Negro
have
spiritual,
mercy.
anything, man. What? Jay Nichelle. Let's go, man. I think we played her before, but we're gonna do it again anyway. All right, Maurice, be ready when we get back, okay? But not with that shit. You can just do it. Right?
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Buckle my shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Maurice, look up a grown-up word.
Okay.
Something at least past 40 years old.
The
right?
tiger who wore gloves. Okay.
At least past the age of 10.
Gina, did you hear what he just said? The tiger who wore gloves. Okay, look. This is Jay Nichelle, y'all. Maybe she got better work. All right, here we go.
So, my anxiety and I have what some people might call a friends with benefits relationship. We have no love for each other, but she still just like fucks with me sometimes, you know? We moved in together some years ago. We have inside jokes. Like when I say, I'm gonna go talk to that person over there, my anxiety looks at me and is like, bitch, please. My anxiety is the reason I didn't talk to you. She's possessive. She doesn't like me talking to other people. She's irrational. Because of her, I'll take the long way to my building to avoid someone I already passed by twice because I don't know if it's acceptable to say hey a third time. Because of her. I don't correct people at restaurants who get my order wrong. I just eat it. Because you know, maybe sweet potato fries are what I wanted, but the broccoli you gave me is what I needed. Thank you. Because of her. I take the long way to my building to avoid someone who kind of looked like my ex-boyfriend. Because whenever I hand her the aux cord, she makes sure to play back all the times he told me no one else would ever want me. Because of her, I still think no one else will ever want me. I constantly wonder, what happens to a black girl who is too anxious to ever feel like magic? Can she still fly? Can she still be fly with wings that tremble? Can she forget the lifestyle of an ant, that feeling that no matter what she does, she is in danger of being crushed? And my anxiety doesn't like to be made into metaphors, but what I'm trying to say is she is constantly reminding me of how easy I am to crush. As I speak, I am pushing against her weight on my shoulders, and that is why I shake sometimes. I have to fight to stand up straight, stop rocking. She and I picked out this outfit together, something that dries fast. If I am sweating, it is because doing this poem feels like fighting a boxing match that you can't even see, and I am determined to knock her out. I have been fighting her for control of our house for years, fighting not to crack, stop rocking, don't shake, breathe. I think the reason my relationships don't work out is because no one knows they're signing up for a threesome. I understand. I know how hard it is to live with both of us, when we don't like feeling out of control, when we don't handle conflict well, when we don't handle being yelled at well, when everything you say to us will be repeated and deconstructed and analyzed in our head 1,000,000 times after, and if I am silent for a while, it is because I have to fight with her before I can fight with you. I've tried to cut her off before. I cannot. We do not handle separation well because of our parents, our ex, our friends. Breathe. So I guess my anxiety and I have just learned to live together. She's the longest relationship I have ever had, and as everyone leaves, she is the only relationship that I can count on.
Greg, were you signing up?
No, that's a woman being honest with you, and you go, okay, I'm going to date you anyway.
Greg raised his hand for something else. I saw that.
She ain't nothing but a Gemini, that's all.
I was signing up for the threesome part.
I know what you were signing up for. I saw that hand go up.
Yes, sir. Anytime a threesome is offered.
So if your woman came to you and said she wanted to do a threesome, you hired another dude?
With a woman.
I was going to say, what if the shoe was on the other foot?
Yeah, okay.
Ain't gonna be on that foot. Mr. Gloves on the tiger. Anyway.
Gloves on the tiger.
That's what he said. All right, go ahead, Maurice. Your turn.
It's Gina's turn.
Yeah, he haven't gotten the end of the tiger yet.
His internet slowed
I'm
down.
looking at this one. It's like, yeah.
No. Go ahead, Gina. Let's hear. Wait a minute. Let me set you up.
Oh, we can find a poem and read it?
No. You have to write your own.
This is mine.
Gina Gatson, author Gina Gatson of Distinguished Authors Guild. She has some spoken words. So let us hear the interworkings of Miss Gina Gatson. Let's go.
Comfort.
Oh, Lord.
I need your guiding grace for the world I have to face. It's mean and cold knocks me below a happiness embrace. Wrap your arms around me, this race I have to beat. You are so strong, I can't go wrong if I follow your lead. Some days I am so sad with struggles that I had. You pick me up, hold my head up, tell me it's not so bad. I go to sleep at night thinking about my fight. It's so deep, you soothe my mind, so bliss I'll find because you are my light. Wake up the next morning, ready for anything. You're always there because you care about my well-being. Thank you for your grace. This world I now can face. It's not so cold. You made me bold. I'm ready for the race.
How you gonna snap for your own?
Hold on. She said she's just that bad. She just that tough.
We had to follow the script. Didn't you read the script that said now snap?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I couldn't have y'all. Okay? Y'all changed the whole damn stuff, the whole narrative. Gina's talking about her God, okay? Ken said with the other Arthur, the other poet, I should say, she's dealing with her subconscious mind, which is truly herself, like battling with herself of confidence, fighting her way through to be the better person because of the true her a force to be reckoned with. She's truly defining herself at the ending of the day. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
Did she make it?
Who's that?
Is that
Maurice
Moby?
look guilty. Look at his face.
That was the better half of me.
That was our sister.
She's got some spoken word that I can.
Hey, Marianne. Help him out, Marianne. Please help him out. Please.
That is our sister,
Come on, read her.
Marianne.
Come on, read her.
And get the kids back their poems.
Maurice over here plagiarizing puberty.
They so silly. Look.
My mommy told me to say a poem, and I'm going to read it now.
Maurice, did you tell her your other one?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling her now.
Did she like it?
She didn't heard it before, but she got one. Come here, right here. Here, stand right here.
And he's the one about the tiger in the glove. You getting a divorce?
Tiger in the glove.
Yeah, it's over.
Hold on for a second.
He gonna be doing his on divorce.
On divorce. Next week we're gonna have Maurice giving us the whole show on relationships.
Very funny. Nah, it ain't gonna be clear though. I want it to be clear.
Okay, Marianne, you must have on a duster. Is that what they call it?
A duster.
A duster.
She can hear through these headphones. You know that, right?
Oh, that's right. She can't hear you. Tell them what I said.
Greg said, you must have on a duster because you don't want to come in. Yeah, something like that.
She said to hell with Greg. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Marianne. The stylings of Marianne Bishop. None of them can hear me, but the stylings of Marianne Bishop.
Do it again.
I said, because they on mute. They on mute. You on mute. I said the stylings of Marianne Bishop. Let's go.
Okay, this is a family poem. It's been passed down generations.
Oh, Lord.
I told it to my grandson when he was about 2 years old and he started crying.
Oh, no. She gonna make him cry.
How old is he now? 2.5?
No, he's 15 now. He's going to be 16 this year.
And he's still crying.
So, here goes.
Let's go. I'm relaxed.
Little birdie in the sky, why you drop that in my eye? Me not mad, me not cry. I'm just glad cows can't fly.
No wonder he came on with the tiger fit.
That was cute and funny. I like that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Straight face. We had this going. We had the straight face going.
Oh Lord.
Mary.
Me the baby.
Okay, so
Mary.
I got one.
No.
See, that's when you put me on the spot.
Well, I guess.
Oh my goodness. And it was a cliffhanger on top of that.
Yeah. Thank God cows can't fly.
That made it double fun. That was cute though. That was funny.
She said she had another. They look at Maurice encouraging in that.
Right.
That's his baby. What you expect?
Well, I might as well have done my grandkids poems from when they grew up.
Done October 12th.
What year?
2010.
Oh wow.
Send me that. I thought that was so cute.
It was cute.
That's the Marianne version. It's been passed down from Germany somewhere. I don't know. Hold on for me, baby.
We all had those poems.
No, we didn't.
We?
No,
yes, we did. Here go mine.
Uh-oh.
Cry, baby, cry. Put your finger in your eye. Let the bluebirds fly. And eat your eyeball.
You must be tired too.
You guys had a strange childhood.
And then Maurice like, yeah.
I don't think everybody from Gary was this demented. I don't know.
I didn't have those type of poems.
Okay, give us one of your poems.
I can't remember. Boy, I'm your age.
Who?
Like I'm gonna remember.
Look. That sums it up right there.
Oh, no. What the hell?
What you mean, hell no?
No, he said, "What the hell,
Regina or
too?"
Marianne?
Yeah, what the hell?
We talking about mine. Eat
I'm gonna
your
let. I'm
eyeball.
gonna let. No, we ain't trying to hear that. I'm gonna let Ken. I'm gonna let Ken host the show from where he at right now. Just putting this stuff up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use these as fillers. Okay, so when y'all say some crazy shit, hell no.
No, he
Yes.
didn't do the H no.
Marcella, did you have one? Did you have a crazy moment when you were young?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not gonna tell it on air, but I had a crazy moment in my sophomore year. But I'm not gonna tell it on
I'm
air.
not young enough, okay? But that I'm talking about back when you were in the white neighborhoods.
In the what?
In the white neighborhood.
I went to school with you. What'd that tell
No,
you?
you went to high school at the same high school I went to. I'm talking about younger. Back when you were in the white neighborhood.
I lived in black neighborhoods.
You
Don't
sure?
follow along, Marcy. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how to
Just ignore him.
Yeah, tunnel vision.
But why would you want to do that? I have questions. Number one, Maurice, y'all got y'all Ritalin and all of that stuff. Y'all taking y'all medicine over there? I just want to make. Oh Lord, here we go with a whole box full of them. No, we ain't gonna do that one.
But he like, oh, I got a whole lot of them. Yeah.
He got a whole box of stuff. You know, that's what I love about Maurice. Maurice goes that extra mile. He go that extra mile, all right, to make sure that as a comedian, you tell your joke and you hope everybody get it. Maurice throws it out there, and then if you ain't got it, he got that extra little bit to make sure that you try to get it. If you ain't got it there, he got another box full of shit to bring it over.
Yes, he does.
That's what I love about this dude. He said he died over here.
And he's got his partner over there helping him.
30 years.
That's what I'm talking about.
He got his partner. His
30
partner.
years. 30 years.
Of what? What is that?
Everything.
Huh?
Everything.
He's really got a box.
He got a box. I'm telling you, it's a box of something. He off topic now. Look at this, a watch. Oh my God. Go ahead, Maurice. What's in your time capsule? God damn it. You showing your time capsule. What's in your time capsule, Maurice? What does shirt say?
Wait. Yeah. Show me here.
Dope black father.
Fathers that take black dope. What?
Dope black father.
Okay, long as it got the word dope in it, we good. We good.
I thought so.
All right.
He just
Oh,
goes
you
from
can
one
pay your
subject
mortgage with that.
to the other subject real quick, just like that. Okay. We could be talking about the.
Maurice
We
is
could be
so
talking about the.
hilarious.
Gina, we could be talking about the war that's going on. Maurice said, I got a Hot Wheel car, though. It's a Hot Wheel. Get your mind off of that. Speaking of that, man, okay, everybody, man, look, we don't know what's going on. The climate of the world is crazy.
Oh my
right now.
goodness.
It is crazy right now. So let's just pray for one another, man. Let's
Yes.
keep everybody, man. Those people I don't know what's going on over there in Russia. I'm glad it's not happening here, but you don't know.
Well,
Now
it does affect us. It will affect us. It'll affect us with prices and
economically.
Goods and services, oil. And we don't know how deep it's gonna go.
We don't.
And you know, they were saying that in Ukraine, that they have a lot of resources that a lot of the world don't really realize. You know, they're talking about Russia with all this oil. They were saying that Ukraine really they're the ones with all the resources, and that's one of the reasons why they're saying that Putin wants to take over. But they're also saying his people. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, they're saying he's trying to make like the Soviet Union.
Well, right. And he wants to come here as well and just kind of like take over.
That ain't gonna happen here.
Kevin, where'd you get this footage?
A friend of mine sent it. He went
He's
over
out there?
went to bring his family back, and while he was taping it, they blew up the house across from him.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
This was
devastating.
today.
Yeah.
This was today.
We just gotta pray, keep them lifted up.
We're dealing with a crazy guy, a crazy man. He's
demonic.
Like,
yeah,
he really is. And
This is just going to open the door for the other crazy man over in that other part of the world. I don't have to say anything to Dennis Rodman.
It's two of them now. You got two of them over there.
I know Dennis Rodman is sitting over there trying to talk to him and say, "What are you going to do now? What Putin do?"
Yeah, and Dennis Rodman probably right over there with him. Okay, so make sure that it don't hit him when it comes over this
With
way.
Putin,
Man.
I thought he was friends with Kim. The other
That's
one.
what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking
Without
about
actually saying it.
Get the other American that he was friend to, Donald J. Trump.
the orange one.
Oh, did you see his comment that he said that Putin was doing a good job?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. You know, he's got those
You know,
Hitler
we're
personalities,
tendencies, yeah.
characteristics.
We're really trying
Dictator.
like hell to ignore him.
I can barely hear you. What did you
He
say?
says you're really trying like hell to ignore him.
That's what we're trying to do.
To ignore who?
Trump.
Oh, yeah. Thought you talking about Putin. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't
That's
ignore
somebody
him.
that knows me.
Yeah, but I mean the threats he's making, like you know, if you want to, like you did in the schoolyard in elementary school.
That son of a gun owes me money. So
Putin does.
Who?
Trump.
He
Oh,
owes
he
you
owe
money.
everybody money. Get in
He
line,
owes me
boo.
money. I did his deal for QVC. He never paid his bill.
He never pays bill.
Did he pay any of them?
Right. He still owe Gary.
Hey, Donald Barton died and owed me money.
Oh,
that's the guy that had the
Look.
death and all of that stuff. He died.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Maurice, with the big box.
No, I put the big box away. There's a lot of personal stuff in there. It was oozing.
Look at this one.
He said Trump will be president again because he has no one to compete with.
Read it first before you.
Mary, what is that? We can't see that, Maurice. Okay, you know this white. We can't really see. It saw some eyes.
Artwork.
Was that what it is? Artwork.
Yeah.
Describe it.
NFT.
It looks like a mask. It's a mask on a lady's face.
Mm-hmm.
And the words up under it, they
Tell
say
them when it was written.
When it was written. Oh, this was written in 2000 in October. Come on over here.
You got it.
You got it, baby.
You got it.
Okay.
We're gonna let y'all move y'all set around. Go ahead. Don't try to talk, Maurice, because we can't hear you. We can hear Marianne now because she's on the mic, right?
Oh, okay.
You wrote this, baby.
I know. So this was written in 2000 in October, and it says they say the eyes are the window to your soul. If this is true, then that is why we cannot see each other in the true light. Most of us have eyes that are covered with glasses, drugs, or some kind of unnatural thing. If we would just lift our eyes to the sky, our souls would see the light. Those that have lifted their eyes to the sky, those souls have become free.
Wow.
That's what's up, though.
That's deep, though.
That's a nice
That's
sentiment.
really deep.
You have that right there.
That's a nice sentiment. I like that.
Hold up. This is art we done together. This is the first thing we ever done together.
First thing y'all did together?
Yeah. The first piece
Wow.
of art we done
You
together.
should have looked at Greg's face when you said that. I spoke for him with that
Okay,
look.
this says black people. Green is for the land where the black people came from. Red is for. I'm sorry, died for. Maybe I can't see. I
Can't
too
see
far
it?
away. Yeah.
Green is for the land that the black people died for. Red is for all the blood that was shed. Black is for the people who gave their lives so we may live. Pain is our past. Happiness is our future.
Okay.
Look at y'all getting all
gooey. We
African.
was young. We was young and had our dashikis and stuff on. You know. I'm just
African on us. I got one more. A couple more. I want to play for you guys. This is Rudy Francisco.
All right.
Real quick.
So, the following are true stories. May 26, 2003, Aaron Ralston was hiking. A boulder fell on his right hand. He waited 4 days. Then he amputated his own arm with a pocket knife. On New Year's Eve, a woman who was bungee jumping in Zimbabwe, the cord broke. She then fell into a river and had to swim back to land in crocodile-infested waters with a broken collarbone. Claire Champlin was smashed in the face by a 5-pound watermelon being propelled by a slingshot. Matthew Brobus was hit by a javelin. David Striegel was punched in the mouth by a kangaroo. The most amazing part of these stories is when asked about the experience, they all smiled, shrugged, and said, I guess things could have been worse. So go ahead. Tell me that you're having a bad day. Tell me about the traffic. Tell me about your boss. Tell me about the job you've been trying to quit for the past 4 years. Tell me the morning is a townhouse burning to the ground. Tell me the snooze button is a fire extinguisher. Tell me the alarm clock stole the keys to your smile, drove it into 7 a.m., and the crash totaled your happiness. Tell me how blessed are we to have tragedy so small it can fit on the tips of our tongues. You see, when Evan lost his legs, he was speechless. When my cousin was assaulted, she didn't speak for 48 hours. When my uncle was murdered, we had to send out a search party to find my father's voice. Most people have no idea that tragedy and silence have the exact same address. When your day is a museum of disappointments hanging from events that were outside of your control. When you find yourself flailing in an ocean of why is this happening to me? When it feels like your guardian angel put in his 2-week notice 2 months ago and just decided not to tell you. When it feels like God is a babysitter that's always on the phone. When you get punched in the esophagus by a fistful of life. Remember that every year 2 million people die of dehydration. So it doesn't matter if the glass is half full or half empty. There's water in the cup. Drink that shit and stop complaining. You see, muscle is created by repeatedly lifting things that have been designed to weigh us down. So when your shoulders feel heavy, stand up straight, lift your chin. Hell, call it exercise. Remember that life is a gym membership with a really complicated cancellation policy. Remember that you will survive. Remember, things could be worse. Remember, we are never, ever given anything that we can't handle. When the world crumbles around you, you have to look at the wreckage and then build a new one out of all the pieces that are still here. Remember, you are still here. The human heart beats approximately 4,000 times per hour, and each pulse, each throb, each palpitation is a trophy engraved with the words, you are still alive. You are still alive. Act like it.
Ooh-wee.
Woo.
Wow. Don't cry, Greg. It's okay.
No, I'm a little upset.
You're still alive.
I'm upset because,
the man got punched in the face by the kangaroo.
No, these aren't really tears of sadness. They're tears of joy, actually, because number one, you guys are a group of fine people, man. But number two, Gina didn't read 3 poems.
Why I have to read 3 poems?
No, you don't.
Hey, Gina, you gonna read something? Cause I had to read. Well, I had to read.
I read mine already.
No, you read 2, and I'm trying to make the time speed up so you don't have another one in your head.
And you have another one, Gina? Because I would love to hear another one from you.
I don't. I'm waiting on either Kevin or Marcy.
I don't
have one.
I don't do it.
Ken says be grateful and thankful because it could be worse. Also, the impossible
That's truth.
is the possible. Yes, one of the best through all of the darkness. Absolutely.
I thought it was interesting that when he made the comment about who was that? The man got punched in the face by the kangaroo. People started laughing like that was a fun. I'm like, wow. That's funny.
Kangaroos
that would be funny.
Will punch you in the face.
Oh, I was gonna say they will.
They will.
Did you see the video with the man when he rescued his dog? And he got his dog from the kangaroo because the kangaroo had grabbed the dog, and the kangaroo went up like squared up with him. Like I was like, oh.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude punched the hell out of him. He knocked the hell out of that dang old kangaroo.
So he ran his kangaroo show.
That when I saw that video, it made me want.
Kangaroo stood up there, looked at him like, "What?" He started
back. Made me want to take my ex to Australia, so we can find a kangaroo and their ass punched out.
This is not good, Greg.
Look, everybody just got real quiet on that one. Like, Greg. Real Greg.
Okay.
Where'd that one come from?
I'm just saying, it's my ex, man.
Let's see what else I can find.
I took, we were together, for so long, man, and I just got tired of shaving her back. You know, it was just a task every day to a point where I had to take it to the barber shop so that she could get it shaved off for real instead of me using regular Nair blades, blades. And I took it. What, Marcella?
I missed part of your story, I think.
It wasn't no story. I'm tired.
I'm like, okay,
what did I miss
what
here?
I miss? I look down, I'm like, what?
See, now my stuff is rolling into each other. Okay, this is Thursday. All right, but we've had a great week, a really good week with the guests that have come on.
Yes.
Very impactful guests. You guys have asked some great questions. You guys have been, man, I'm so proud of you guys, really.
That boy came on named Maurice, boy, he tore it up on poetry. His wife jumped up to him.
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Hey.
3, 4, shut the door.
Maurice, you might as well have said a poem full of nickels. All right, you just say it all. Just say 5 of them real quick and then go.
Nickels. Get on my nerve.
No, say regular nickels. Regular.
No, wait, start like this. Regular nickels. Get on my nerves. Nickels.
Absolutely.
Stop killing each other.
So, guys, before we do get out of here, okay, Marcella, the information that I gave you want to talk about that for a second?
Can you give me a moment here?
You're supposed to always be prepared here.
You told me next week. I
did, but
specifically asked you about that.
Okay. She said specifically.
Specifically, you know I can't talk. You want me to tell them about what it is?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. First Church of God presents Celebrating Black Leaders Serving Our Community, Black History. March 12th, Saturday, March 12th, 2022, 6 p.m. at the Chateau in Maryville, Indiana. They will be honoring 3 community leaders. Pastor Anthony Williams, Chateau Banquet Hall and Williams Chapel Church, Sister Pamela Key, Sojourner Truth House, and Aaliyah Stewart, founder of the AWF Foundation. It's a black tie affair, $30 a ticket for adults and $20 for children. It's a really nice, going to be a really nice event. So we will be speaking more about that and about our honorees, and we will have a young lady coming on, I believe, one day next month before the 12th to also speak more on that. Again, March 12th, 2022, Black Tie event.
We can mention a name, Kimberly Roddy Norton. One thing that I do like to do here on DopelivenTV Live is support my home. People that are back home in Gary, Indiana. And so we gotta support them. And if any of your other guys, where you guys are at, you got somebody that you want to support, let's bring them up, okay? We still got Black History Month, but you know what? We go past February, because why relegate 1 month for the history that we make every day of the year? We make history every single day of the year, individually as well as collectively. We make history every day of the year. So
we made history from the beginning of time.
You can give us that month. Okay, we'll take that month, but we're going to continue it.
We're going to take the year.
We're going to take it. I mean,
365.
It's what we're going to do. That's right. Tell them, Gina.
364 for Kevin, though.
There you go.
And 363 for Marcy, because she recently got her black card.
I was born with my black card.
Marcella, let's keep it 100.
I'm keeping it 200. I was born with my black card.
You had the silky hair.
It doesn't matter.
You were pasty.
Stop it.
Pasty, oh Lord.
No, you're not, Marcy.
But African Americans, we are all full spectrum of colors, types of hair. Some silky, some curlier than others.
Don't call it curly. Call it
nappy.
It's just nappy. Just say it like
no,
that.
I don't say nappy. I say curly.
Nappy roots. Nappy roots. Where Ujimar at? Nappy roots. But you're right. We are. I mean, and we ought to celebrate that too. I just like to celebrate us as a people. I celebrate everybody. I want to celebrate us as a people because, even though we're making strides, we're doing things that we never thought we could do. Martin Luther King had that dream, right? And we are doing everything that he dreamed about right now, but we're still not where we need to be.
Right, we got
True
Period.
that.
Okay?
go.
We're
True
still
that.
not where we need to be. We got a long way to go. Will I see it in my lifetime? Probably not. You know, because of the way things are, the culture is being held back. But you know, there's certain people like yourselves and like everybody that watches that are changing that narrative. Okay, we got Ken Joseph, who's always here with us. Okay, got a movie coming out that's going to, you know. And here's the thing, Ken, and I hope you don't mind me saying this. It's a movie about Johnny Jackson, who was the drummer for the Jacksons. All right, now some people may not want to hear anything negative about the Jacksons. All right, because you know the Jacksons came and they were a family and it was all born in Gary, blah blah this, blah blah that. Okay, I get it. Okay, but the truth needs to be told, and every aspect of the story needs to be told. Not just the good parts, but the bad parts, the unfair parts. Everything needs to be told, and we can't just stop a narrative with good stuff. We got to tell everybody the depth of everything. I mean, and that's just my opinion. What do you think, Kevin?
No, I think every story needs to be told, and it's up to us, based on our perception and interpretation, if we're ready for the truth.
All right, that's good. That's good. What about you, Marcel?
Come back to me. I'm sorry.
She's distracted.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's
Come back to
looking
me.
at her black card.
She probably was Anita D.
I was looking at. He said I was looking at my black card,
It's
making sure it didn't expire, huh?
it's
Hey,
probably not
you actually have
authentic.
your billfold out.
Huh?
Did you actually have your billfold out?
She got a bootleg black card, man. It ain't real.
Marcy, you just
She took one of them cards off of the Monopoly game, man, and turned it over, okay? Painted it black and then wrote some shit on there, okay? I'm Marcy. I'm really black, okay? I'm just light skinned. I'm light complected, okay? Complected. Come
What
on.
was your question, Greg?
Huh?
We love you, Marcy.
What was your question
It
again,
wasn't really,
babe? I'm
it
sorry.
wasn't really a question. I was asking you to comment on what I said about us doing everything that we can to push our narrative, okay, as opposed to being held back.
And yes, that is so true. We others are always trying to hold us back as a people, and we just need to keep pushing forward and unite. Stop trying to hold each other back, and just continue to support each other. As we, that's the way that we're going to be able to move forward and move up, by
Right.
standing together in unity and not with a lot of division.
And that's why every
Can I
narrative
ask a question?
you can say what you want, bro.
I'm not from. Does anyone really care about the Jacksons outside of Gary, Indiana?
I don't know too many people in Gary.
Yes, a lot of people. A lot of
I
people
was just
do.
wondering.
When I lived in the Virginia area and they found out that I was originally from Gary, Indiana, first thing came out of everyone's mouth, do you know the Jacksons? We want to know more about the Jacksons. Or everyone wanted to talk about the Jacksons. And I was like, I
But
just lived in Gary, Indiana, down the street pretty much.
It's not that I
Long
don't
time.
like the Jacksons either. Okay, I love the Jacksons. Okay, but the thing is, people have gotten to a point where that's all they talk about when they think about Gary. Okay, and
Gary,
there's a lot of other things that have happened in Gary. A lot of other people that have made some strides from
Yeah.
Gary. All right, the Jacksons aren't the only thing, and I'm not saying anything, about them. Okay, and again, like Ken said, it's not about them. It's about Johnny and TG. But I, you know. I brought that up simply because of the fact that his story does need to be told, because Johnny Jackson was a phenomenal drummer and a phenomenal man. But my thing is, once that's done, people are going to talk about the Jacksons. Okay, hopefully this movie will make it so that they'll talk about Johnny individually. But
What else?
a lot of people
You'll be
don't.
surprised, Kevin. So
No,
many out of towners. There's so many out of towners that come and visit the Jacksons' home, and we pass by it every day and be like, "What's the big deal?"
Yeah.
More.
Well, that's the same way that I grew up with the players and Lakeside and everything else. Is that's the neighborhood. But it's strange. I was having this conversation today. Someone says, "Did you see the Janet Jackson story?" And I said, "No, I hadn't seen it." But I always talk about, even with my business model, with my partners, I said, we're not going to do a Jackson. Whereas Michael was, went off to do his thing and left his family, out there to say, well, okay, I'm no longer part of you guys. I'm bigger than you guys, and whatever, we stick together. But when, my only interest in listening to the Janet Jackson stories now is the industry blackballed her after and didn't blackball Justin Timberlake. So it's like, now I'm interested in the story. And I believe it or not, I should have made it in the video because I was friends with the people that promoted her concert from HBO, and she had offered to bring me on stage and do the lap dance, and they wouldn't let me do it because I was a guest of HBO.
To do a lap dance.
She did a lap dance where she always
You know,
pulls
and
someone
all her, and at
in
the
her
end of all her
shows.
Oh, I thought he said
Yeah.
for him to do a lap dance.
No,
Oh, I'm like,
no, and she wanted she was pulling me off, and they wouldn't let me go on stage because they wanted her to pull someone from the audience.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well, I
know
mean,
people come from all over the world just
they
to
do.
see how we used to have. There used to be a picture up on the side of a big building, and what is considered downtown Gary, and people would come from all over the world just to see that. And there was a little nightclub out here where I guess they say they kind of started their um, careers from,
Yeah.
and
Okay, I'm
that was
sorry.
pretty much no longer
I
there,
would
but it was
like.
a banner,
I'm
and they
sorry
would
I
just
brought him
come
up.
to take pictures.
I would
Huh?
like to hear the true stories about the Jacksons because
Mhm.
that was part of our history. Is American Bandstand. We sat there and watched them perform in Little Michael and everything else.
And Soul
You know,
Train and Ed Sullivan Show, all of that.
yeah.
Well,
But this is
we're
about
gonna
Johnny.
wait to see what happens with the Johnny Jackson story. All right.
Mhm.
But anyway,
I'd like to see that.
it's time to roll out. Maurice, give us something to go on, bro.
Man, whatever we do, we need to keep this excellent, as far as our culture is concerned. So we're shining examples and beacons to a whole lot of people in this world. Um, my dad had always told me, we're the history of this world, and we need to quit putting our heads down. We need to act like we're the history of this world. So I mean, of this country. I mean, not this world.
Not act, be it. Be.
Yeah, yeah, right. And what we need to do is go ahead and take our flowers now. You know, take our flowers now every day. That's my piece, y'all.
Cool, Kev.
Marcella says all the time, we as melanated people, we have a tendency to not have these conversations. And we need to start being comfortable with having these uncomfortable conversations about who we are as a people. Because the silenced voice is your mission to allowing our oppressors acceptance of the way that they treat us. Your voice needs to be heard. Our stories need to be told. And we as individuals need to have a higher call to action as to sharing our history, both the positive and the negative, and then be an example of what the history could be in our present life. And we need to stand up for ourselves instead of allowing people to stand on us. And we need to stand together. So that's what I'm going to leave us with.
Let's go, Marcella.
I gave mine.
Girl.
Boy. I gave mine.
Right.
Again, just continue to uplift each other when you have your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that it cannot be done. Continue to move forward. Take that first step. If you fall down, get back up and take that next step. You'll never see what could have been or what will be unless you continue to move forward. One little small fall will not make or break you. Continue on. Support each other. Support each other, and keep moving forward and moving up.
Thought you ain't had nothing to say. Gina?
Well, I just hope that we here at Dope Living TV can break up the monotony of your day. We here to entertain you, make you laugh, share some information, lift you up, bring on entrepreneurs, promote them. We're just here to be a positive impact to everyone that's listening and viewing, and hopefully we are doing just that.
What you talking about, Willis?
You know Willis.
You're so special. No, you regular.
Real quick, Ken says we melanated people need to stick together rather than hate and murder each other. We must stick together. He was staying correct on you guys' comments, okay? And Gina, He appreciates that. He says that we do that. That's why he keep coming back. Hey, everybody, look, we all got something inside of us, man, that God has given us, and a lot of us hold on to it and don't let the world see it. Okay, we are meant to shine. We are meant to explore. We are meant to inform. We are meant to be together. We are meant to make sure that we push each other. And if we do not push each other, we're no better than the people that rob and kill and hurt each other. Okay, because we as a race of people are our biggest detriment because we don't support one another like we should. Um, we here, and I'll just use the words that Gina used, we here at Dope Living TV, we want to support everybody. All right? We've had a great week of Black history, period. We've had a great week. You know, Anastasia Davis came on earlier this week and just showed us Black girl magic, man, for real.
Man.
Doing her thing, as well as the whole family that
Right.
she, she's doing her thing, all right? We had the coaches on yesterday. They are doing something that a lot of people don't do, and that's giving almost 100% of themselves to make sure that someone else's children are doing well or have something to do. I mean, that's the history that we want to promote. That's the kind of support that we want to give each other, okay? Because we're going to make sure that on our part, we're going to make sure that everybody that we touch is doing their, living their dreams. And each and every individual on here, we have a vested interest to make sure that we inform you, that we entertain you, and we educate. And that's what we're going to do continuously until we go. That's all I got to say. It's Dope Living TV Live. Appreciate everybody who was watching, everybody tuned in. Ken Joseph, Carl Ramsey, Bree. Who else we got there?
Lanita was there. I think Lanita Charleston was there today.
Brenda, Lanita, everybody. The regulars as well as the newer people. All right. We appreciate you guys. Stay tuned with us. We got a lot of stuff in store for you guys. This is Dope Living TV Live. We will see you guys Monday. Today is Thursday, right?
Right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This is a long week, but we'll see you guys Thursday.
No.
Monday.
Monday.
Oh, baby tired.
See you guys Monday, all right? Dope Living
All right.
TV Live. Have a great weekend.
Good night.